What's going on, you furballs? In this video, we go through an AMA with Cycle Network and Golden Goose. Just FYI, this sale is going to end in about 48 hours from now, so your last chance to grab a Diamond Egg NFT, 5% off if you use my code down below. Also, they're going to be giving away 60 rainbow eggs for the Golden Goose site for this AMA. So definitely be sure to follow me on Twitter and in the Discord, links down below, so that I can get you information on how to enter in to definitely winning one of those 60 rainbow eggs that they're going to be giving away for us. So let's jump into this discussion with Clara from Cycle Network. All right, welcome in everybody. We got Clara here from Cycle Network and Goose, right? So we're gonna be talking a little bit about both, and basically what's kind of been going on, and of course discussing the Diamond Egg NFTs, which I believe really people are only going to have about 48 hours left to get those if they're wanting to, get in on the Cycle Airdrop and the Goose tokens as well. So I guess first off, what's the vision of Cycle? Where did you start? How did you guys kind of get here?
Yeah, thank you so much for inviting me. So actually in Cycle Network, we are building the on-chain settlement. And this whole long journey, like up to now is already nearly 3 years. We start from like 3 years ago, our founder think that especially those big dApps, they will become they will ultimately launch their own chain. So there might be like an app chain generation in the near future. And if you look back from now, and it turns out to be true. So it's also because of that vision or the expectation into the future. And our core team started to build a Cycle Network so that it can serve as the very foundational liquidity layer for the app chain generation in the future. So that's how we start to like build Cycle Network. Yeah, and throughout the 3 years, we also built a lot of it's not only at the SDK but also the application on top of it. Like for example, Golden Goose, and we have also launched the multiple testnet, and also we are at the alpha mainnet right now. So that's how like the journey up to now.
Yeah. I know you guys have been really busy with the TGEs coming up and everything going on. So with Cycle Network, I know that with the chain abstraction and liquidity and everything, we want to be on basically as many chains as we can be to make everything nice and smooth. But which networks are going to be, I guess, working with it initially or be functioning, if that makes sense?
Mm-mm. Yeah, so currently, like the Cycle Network itself has already supported nearly all the major chains with the major liquidity. So that's the progress on the technical side. But in terms of the product on the marketing side, it will more closely connected with our product roadmap. Like for example, these days for Golden Goose, we are expanding to Banner Chain, BNB Chain, and also Sonic Labs. So this and also Monad. So these chains that are currently our focus on the marketing side may seems to be a more emphasis on the tech side, but actually our tech has already supported nearly all the major chains.
Oh, awesome, cool. Um, does Cycle have its own liquidity pool, or does it pull from other chains like liquidity pools?
Yeah, that's a very good question because actually Cycle Network, although it's called a network, but it's not a layer one or layer two. Instead, we will like serve as an infrastructure and help our partners who might be like the apps or layer one and layer two to unify liquidity and also to help them for their user acquisition. So in terms of the liquidity part, we do have like part of the design, like part of part of our design is in the form of liquidity pool, but that liquidity pool will not be just be idle, like be in the network. Instead, it will just keep flowing. Like for example, if we see a cross-chain transaction from chain to chain B, then that may use our like Cycle SDK, which might use that liquidity pool on Cycle Network. But to increase the capital efficiency, we will not make the liquidity pool to be just idle there.
Okay, Gotcha. Because at least from what I'm reading or was reading, Cycle Network, the big goal is kind of being like the Visa Web3, right? Like if you want to purchase something or do something, you're able to just go ahead and do it, and then Cycle Network on the back end, infrastructure wise, is handling all the whether it's bridges or whatever, right? It's simplifying everything.
Yeah, exactly. So what we are building is actually, if we understand using analogies like a VisaNet for Web3, but if we are going to use a technical term, actually in Web2, there's a term called virtualization. And that refers to how cloud service such as AWS, they abstract the complexity of multiple systems so that for example, for developers, I can just use the cloud service and I can use the functions of multiple systems in a very, very easy way. So actually, Cycle Network is doing a very similar thing, but in the context of blockchain.
Okay, got it, got it. Is there going to be any, I guess, way, or I guess you could explain different ways that people can earn any rewards with Cycle or using Cycle Network?
Yeah, sure. So currently, we are running two campaigns. The first is Cycle Liquidity Liquidity Hub, and second is actually our main. Actually, what we are mainly supporting right now is the Diamond Egg NFT. So people can buy this NFT, and they can get 5 kind of benefits, including 2 kinds of airdrop. And CycleNet will also provide our CYC token as the ecosystem airdrop. And in addition to this, because our TGE is coming very soon, we just announced it today. And after our TGE, we are going to have a staking campaign with our like partner Mello. And for if people stake CYC on Mello, they can actually get the 200% APR in the first month as a special boost.
Oh, okay, wow, that's a lot. Cool. Um, can you kind of walk us through a little bit, I guess, how a basic transaction would work on Cycle Network?
Yeah, sure. So actually, the architecture of Cycle Network consists of 3 layers, and in the bottom is a security layer. And we will inherit the security from Ethereum mainnet and also Symbiotic. In the middle is a cycle layer, and on the top is what we call extend layer, and that's where all the chains that we have integrated to, they will be on the extend layer. And here comes the key part. So whenever there is a cross transaction, then actually we'll use the roll in and roll out interfaces to help with the transactions across different chains. And the key point in this process is that how can we make sure that this process is secure and verifiable? And our solution to this is when there's a cross transaction, then actually we will generate a verifiable aggregated state on the cycle layer. And this state, because it is aggregated in the sense that is aggregated from the status of the transaction across many chains, and it can go back to Ethereum mainnet for verification. So in this sense, we can make sure that for the cross-chain transactions, it can be permissionless, verifiable, and also secure at the same time.
Okay. Now, do people have to hold Cycle or token to be able to utilize, the network or to do transactions?
Um,
Or is it more
Actually,
the D apps or the developers who are, utilizing Cycle Network are the ones that have to hold some Cycle token?
yeah, I got your question. Actually, for the CYC token, like the token design is by nature very driven by the real demand and also real need. So for the CYC token, if a developer want to use our SDK, then they need to use the CYC token as a native gas fee, and also for the payment for the SDK. But actually, for the end users, they don't need to really feel all those process. Like for example, they want to use lending protocol, then they can just use this lending protocol uh, without considering the cross-chain or multi-chain environment. So it will be very straightforward for the users.
Okay, gotcha. Um, Does a chain have to specifically like give permission to trade with each other's like chains, or does it come automatically like with the SDK, if that makes sense?
Uh, actually, is going as long as that chain is integrated by Cycle Network, then it's just permissionless.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. And what has Cycle done to kind of minimize the risks of any like cross chain operations?
Yeah, that's a very good question. Because actually, if we go to look at the data, nearly, if I remember correctly, nearly 40% of the hack happen on the bridge. I mean, like on-chain hack.
Right.
And and there are many reasons behind it. But one of the major reasons is that this whole process, especially the settlement part, cannot be verified. So that's why our solution just cut into this very fragile point. And our solution is actually the a verifiable aggregated state. And we use this aggregated state to make sure that this whole process can be verifiable as well.
Okay, gotcha. Um, I guess a tough question here is what gives Cycle, I guess, an edge in the competitive space.
Yeah, that's a very good questions. Because actually the solution for Cycle Network is pretty unique. But if you are going to say who are our competitors, or usually like how will users compare Cycle Network with other projects, it's mainly with a cross-chain bridge, and second, the account-based solution of chain abstraction. So first, if we are going to compare Cycle Network with Bridge, the biggest difference is that we don't have a bridge. So if you use the Cycle SDK or you use like our incubated product, Golden Goose, you will notice that you are navigating multiple chains, but you will not see any bridge. And that kind of bridgeless user experience is exactly what we want to achieve. And second, like in the market, there are some account-based chain abstraction solution. I would say, of course, they have their advantage as well. But one of the limitation is that after the upgrade of Ethereum itself, then actually a lot of problem that they are solving are already like being solved. But there is a remaining problem that is that cannot be solved by the current upgrade of Ethereum, is the on-chain settlement, or is the problem that's more fundamental or deep down in the liquidity level, and that's the problem that we are trying to tackle.
Okay, got it. And I think I saw TGE is going to be August 4th. Is that
Yeah.
right? And then if people own the Diamond Egg NFTs, how do they, I guess, claim the airdrops, or do they just drop into the wallets?
Uh, yeah, actually, if users have the Diamond Egg NFT, we will have the websites for people to claim their Goose token and also the CYC token.
Okay.
And also, we will post the website very soon on our official Twitter.
Okay. Cool. And I don't know if you can say yet, but do we have a TGE for the Goose token as well, or is it like really closely behind the Cycle token TGE?
Yeah, it's very close.
Okay.
I cannot say the exact dates right now, but it's going to be very close.
Okay.
So for the users
watch
who are holding this NFT, actually you are going to get like 5 benefits, including 2 kinds of tokens very soon.
Okay. Cool. Can you explain, I guess, the basic tokenomics of the Cycle token?
Yeah, sure. So as I also mentioned, the CYC token is purely driven by the demand, and for the tokenomics, oh, you mean the allocation or like the utility?
Yeah, either or.
Okay. So maybe I can first introduce a bit about the utility of CYC token.
Yeah.
It will be used as the SDK usage fee for our Cycle SDK, and also the native gas token for in the Cycle network environment. And in addition to that, it will also be used for staking for security, because actually, like Cycle network is part of the symbiotic shared security ecosystem. And if you stake the CYC to provide the security, you can also get like more yield in the CYC token as well. And also to bootstrap the initial liquidity pool for Cycle Network, we will have part of the CYC token as a liquidity money incentive. So that's the utility for Cycle Network for CYC token. And in terms of the distribution, we will have a great amount to our early contributors, like who have been in company with us along this 3 year of the whole long journey. And we will also provide part of the ecosystem airdrop to the Golden Goose, and specifically the Goose holder and also the Diamond NFT holder as well.
Okay, got you. So jumping into Golden Goose, how does Golden Goose fit into Cycle?
Yeah, that's a very good question, because some people think we are the same team, but actually it's not.
Yeah, just
Yeah, so
incubated
for
by Cycle, right?
yeah. So because Cycle Network focus mainly on the infrastructure part, but for Golden Goose it's a chain abstracted yield protocol incubated by us. So actually Golden Goose focus more on the application side, and it's based on the infrastructure of Cycle Network.
Okay, got it. What kind of sets Golden Goose, apart from other like DeFi AI protocols?
Yeah, DeFi AI is a very hot topic
Yeah.
these days. But for Golden Goose, I think mainly two difference. Like first, how we use AI is use it for the DeFi strategy automation, which means that like for users, you are not directly interacting with just a normal AI agent. Instead, you are playing a game. You are like buying the egg and hatching the goose, and when you are like playing this game, you are getting the yield. Then who is managing the yield and who is helping you to choose the best yield? Then we will have the AI to take care of that. So this is the first difference. And second difference, I think, is because our go-to-market strategy is really unique. Like on the day one, starting from day one, Golden Goose focus on how can we onboard more new users, which is exactly what the industry needs right now. So for example, we support TikTok login and also fiat on ramp. So this is actually a very unique approach for us to attract more new users, especially those new users from Web2.
Okay, got it. I know we kind of, well, I have definitely covered it with my community, but for anybody who's watching newly here, what are the benefits of the Diamond Egg NFT?
Oh, yeah, Diamond Egg is it's very, how to say, it's like combination of a lot of like benefits. I also mentioned there are actually 5 kind of benefits, and if because I'm also a user as well, and I bought the NFT as well. So if I just see this NFT from a purely user's perspective, and I think the most attractive benefit are definitely the token benefits, which are like the CYC token and also the Goose token.
Right.
And for the CYC token, we have already published that the TGE is just 2 days later, and also we have already we are going to be listed collaborate with Binance, Biget, and KuCoin, and also many access and other. Actually, we have several listing like information that will be published soon as well. So the expectation for the CYC token itself is already pretty high. And if you are a fan of like doing a math, you can calculate about a valuation. Like if you spend like $350 and you can get 6,000 CYC, and actually the valuation is even more, it's even lower than our like last round of the of our private fundraising. So you can see that the price is actually very, very cheap. But what's better is that in the Diamond NFT, Diamond Egg NFT is not only CYC token. There are much more benefit. Like for example, for the Golden Goose token, the Goose part in this NFT is actually 100% unlocked at the TGE, which means that you are going to get another like a piece of the lucrative return in the Goose token very soon as well.
Right.
And in addition to this, there's also, for example, the 3x money bonus,
Right.
which means that if you are putting the same amount of money, but if you are the Diamond Egg NFT holder, then you can get 3x return as much as others. So that's pretty good.
And once Goose TGE occurs, is it going to be implemented into the Goose site to where you can use Goose to purchase, additional eggs or use it as like almost currency at all?
Oh yeah, actually the Goose token will be you will have a very fundamental role in the whole Golden Goose product, which includes both the game mode and also the promo. And specifically about like how exactly the use case, actually we prepare article that might be published soon. So that article maybe explain better than me.
Okay, gotcha. Well, yeah, I'll definitely be watching the socials. So just a few other questions here. One was, are there any like new AI technologies or anything that Golden Goose is leveraging or utilizing?
Yeah, so actually how Golden Goose will use AI is mainly about the automatic selection of the DeFi strategy. And specifically in this part, we will use, like, for example, we announced our partnership with Alora before, and they are providing like a price prediction that is based on their AI model. And that will be part of our data source when we are doing the automatic DeFi strategy selection. And we are discussing with other AI projects who are building like great DeFi agent and also the data source so that they can provide a more comprehensive like investment decision of our DeFi AI in the future.
Okay, cool. Um, and then how do you guys think the Diamond Mint Egg NFT kind of went? Like, did it meet expectations? Are you thinking a lot of people are missing out on a great opportunity here?
You mean the
Yeah, like
benefit of
how
NFT?
many we've sold with the Diamond Eggs?
Uh, I I I remember right now the price is 390.
Yeah,
So yeah, but about the exact number, I need to check the website later. But I think like up to now the sale has been like being very great. Like
yeah, yeah,
especially we can we can see the sales page and we can see the sales data and also the feedback from our community, and people are very bullish on that. And especially on like when we just started to sell, actually more than 1,000 eggs were sold out in less than 7 minutes.
yeah,
So like personally, as the member of the cycle team, I was just replying the message at a time, and I want to grab my grab an NFT for myself,
yeah.
but the price just goes up. Yeah, and it's also because we see that like people are like very bullish on that. Like we also understand that, but it's also because of a more comprehensive consideration that we might need to stop these NFT sale before the TGE of Cycle Network.
Right,
So that's also the reason why we announced that there's actually like less than 40 hours before the end of the Diamond Egg NFT sale.
right, right. Yeah, no, that totally makes sense. Cool. Well, yeah, I really appreciate you coming on and chatting with me, about some of these questions. And definitely looking forward to the TGE and just watching Cycle, Network and Golden Goose, continue to kind of grow.
Yeah, thank you so much, Dr. Wiki. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, absolutely. You take care.
Yeah, take care.
All right, thank you.